Hey, what's going on? It's Mr. Brad Tragic back here once again. And, well, what am I going to talk about? Well, I have some other topics I want to talk about in the wrestling world. And some of those topics is going to be very interesting. Let me tell you. So this is basically where I'm just going to rant about wrestling and talk about random crap. And I haven't been on YouTube in a while, so hey, I deserve some time to rant, to give my opinions on things that I want to vent about. So definitely going to vent on some things. So one thing I want to vent on in the wrestling world, oh my god, get this out of the way first. If anybody starts to watch this video and they're like, God, this guy sucks, he blows wiener, I at least want to get this out of the way. Anybody that uploads videos on the internet, it's kind of irritating because like you go to listen to their channel and you go there for a certain topic and all they do is start ranting about something stupid and you're like, seriously, we don't give a shit. We don't give a crap if whoever won. What was it? Giants won the World Series. If we don't give a fuck, we're not gonna care, okay? If Vander Holyfield came back from the dead and fought a boxer again, we don't care. We don't care if the X-Men movie came out. We don't care if your favorite team is, playing in, the playoffs. We don't really give a shit. Some people I don't mind because they're cool. But some people are just downright annoying when they continue to talk about throughout the whole damn video. You're like, seriously. Seriously. It's like, just talk about wrestling. Get it over with, okay? And then we got some people who, when they talk about wrestling, they'll, go on a big spiel about something that won't make any sense at all what they're talking about. Like, I know, like, this past week on Raw, like, they were saying something about, like, other things. And then you go to watch it, and you're like, what the hell were they talking about? And I will say this. Schleg Daddy mentioned something, and I don't want to disrespect anybody, but I like Schleg Daddy to death. I watch Off the Rope show. I love him and everything like that, but he's been wrong on a couple things lately, and it kind of irritates me because I go to watch it and I'm like, what the hell is he talking about? Like, I was so thinking like this wasn't going to be a big thing when I watched it, and it wasn't as bad as what he said it was. It's like. Nobody can be Joey Styles. Nobody can be Jim Ross. And also, it has to fit the moment as well. He talked about how, they didn't sell when Devon got revealed. And, I heard that. But I would have did the same thing if I was announcing. It's like, when I took the mask off and it was Devon, and everybody was like, why is Devon and Aces and Eights? And I probably would have been sitting there and going, it's Devon. I would have said the same thing. I wouldn't have flipped out and wigged out because it was a really, really shocking moment. I mean, even to me, it would be speechless. Like, it's Devon? And, stuff like that. And that's kind of the way he said it. So it's like, I'm not shocked by that. And it wasn't bad on Tanae's part. And even Schleg Daddy said something about how he didn't respond to when, I still can't think of the damn guy's name. Doc. They're calling him Doc now. But when he was revealed the week before that Schleg Daddy said he didn't make a big... It's like, yeah, he did. He said that he used to back up a lot of people or something like that and enforce for a lot of people. And he didn't say it in a bad way. He didn't say it excitingly. But how can you say it excitingly when the guy is not even a major player? If it was somebody like, I could understand, like, if Matt Hardy was in the ring and they unmasked him, oh, fuck, dude, it would be ape shit, dude. Like, they would go, oh, it's Matt Hardy, oh my god. They would say something like that, but it's not a major player. Nobody knows who the fuck the guy is, probably. Most of the people that watch TNA in the audience are like, who the hell is this guy? They're like, who's this guy? They're not going to know who he is, But, guys at home, people at home will. Most of us should. But, they're not going to... I'm trying to think of his name. Oh, that's annoying. Anyway. But, Yeah, it was just kind of stupid how some people, I don't know, it's like they spin things and then you turn around and you go watch it and you're like, what in the world? It's like, no, it wasn't even like that. Like, they say things that didn't even happen. It's like me remembering when everybody used to read the spoilers online, like, a lot. I mean, I don't know if people do that anymore. I think people do, but I don't believe them. I can't believe spoilers anymore because so many times I used to go look at spoilers, and I remember one time they said, oh, Jake the Snake came back tonight, and then I go and I watch Raw, and Jake the Snake never fucking showed up. It was like 2005, and Jake the Snake didn't even fucking show up. Yeah, Jake the Snake showed up like 2 years later, but not when. I mean, I don't know if it was 2005, but it was some year. I was like looking, and it said like Jake the Snake came back, and he did something like it was something big that Jake the Snake supposedly did, and it got me excited. And I turned around and, I went to watch it, and at the end of the show, I'm like, those sons of bitches. So it's like, I don't believe spoilers anymore, so, and that's kind of what it feels like. Like he's saying, like, oh, well, this wasn't a very, very good match. And then I go and watch it, I'm like, that was fucking unbelievable. It's like, shit. It's like, that motherfucker told me it was a bad match. So I don't, and this is what I think about wrestling fans today. We were spoiled by the Attitude Era. Anybody coming in and starting at the Attitude Era, we were spoiled. And even some of us, that, we're kind of teenagers during the Attitude Era, and, we grew up and through the kind of the PG and things like that, we were really spoiled with how we started out with, when at the brink of the internet blow up, we were during Austin era and all that thing, we were really spoiled. Yeah, we grew up in the Hogan era. Yeah, we went through that as well. But, when we actually started to mature and actually we were able to criticize wrestling, it was during the Attitude Era. So there really wasn't much to criticize because it was all pretty good storylines, pretty good wrestling, decent wrestling. And now, and I've heard people say, oh, the matches are better now. Ooh, yeah. Well, I mean, hell, if that was the case, and if that's what brought in the fans of, any wrestling thing, ROH would be like a multi-billion-dollar company right now. But it's not. And the reason is because you sit there and you watch ROH, and oh, wait, hold on. What was I talking about? ROH? Exactly. So it makes you fall asleep because there's no storylines, it seems like. When I watch ROH, I'm just like, so, okay, let me get this straight. ROH gets a TV contract, and all they want to fucking do is run reruns of shows they've done. Like, I don't even understand what the ROH TV is because I'm watching it, and it's like, it's a fucking rerun. It's like shows from like 2 weeks ago or something at a house show or something. It's like, the fuck is this? It's like, I don't understand. It's like, you get signed to a TV deal, what do? You don't fucking have like a show or, I mean, it can be pre-taped, I don't care. But have a show. Not Jim Cornette standing and go, and then we had this one awesome match. It was a humdinger. And this guy, oh man, you've got to see it. And then they flip to the match, and then after the match, they're like, yeah, that was a pretty good match now, wasn't it? Now here's this one from 2 weeks after that. You're like, what the fuck is this shit? Can't we just have a show? God damn it. It's retarded. It's stupid. It's irritating. It makes me want to just punch people in the face. And if you want to say that is better, if you think wrestling is what WWE is really good at right now, or that's all that they need, yeah. Anyway, and I will admit the wrestling is a little bit better in the WWE right now, but you can't have wrestling without storylines. You can't have wrestling without angles. You can't have wrestling without good promos. If you have neither of those, it becomes ROH. There you go. And I know people are going to say, if they're going to respond to this, they're going to say, well, you don't understand ROH, or yes, they do have storylines. And then all I've got to say to that is, well, I don't live in the area where ROH is created at, where it's done at. I'm watching the television program, and they don't show us shit. Yes, I could go online. Yes, I could pay for that shit. But why am I going to pay for that shit when they haven't shown me that they can even do anything? Because all they do is show us wrestling matches. I'm sorry, but guys that I do not know who the hell they are, first of all, on the ROH TV, they show me Jay Lethal, and that's all they're showing me. And the other guys, which I'll be honest, I watched one and I was like, oh, this is pretty good wrestling. But then the next week I watch it, I'm like, yeah, this is good wrestling. And the third one, I'm like, again, seriously, this is all they're going to do. I'm like, okay, I'm done. Because that's all they keep showing me is 6-man tags, tag team matches. And they would show me a singles match, and it was 2 guys. I did not know who they were. They didn't set them up. They didn't, give them, oh, this guy's from the Bronx, blah, blah. Like, Jim Ross, whatever it is, they give them a little background of what this wrestler is. If somebody's never watched that show before, they're just watching a wrestler. And, I understand, that's the way wrestling was back in the day. But, if you think about what kind of audience that we have today in watching television and things like that, you're talking about, in the age of we having, 10-second commercials, 15-second commercials, our patience, I guess? That's not what the word I'm thinking of. But our patience can only last about, our attention span, there we go, can only last for a certain amount of time. And if something doesn't pique our interest, we're gone. So if ROH is not going to have an actual show, I don't think their TV program's going to last much longer. Just because, they're just going off of their fans watching ROH, and wrestling fans watching ROH. The indie marks watching ROH. That's it. They're not going to gain any fans because they will not explain who their wrestlers are. They will not have a show because they're not having shows. This is not a show. This is it's like being a part of like I don't know what you call this. Like, it's almost being a part of like BMG, and like you're saying, yes, I'll pay, here, I'll pay you $10. You send me a tape every month of random matches that you're going to play on my television. That's what it's like. And they only have like 2 matches on a fucking damn hour-long show. It's ridiculous. I watched one, it was like one whole fucking match, the whole damn thing. I was like, this is ridiculous. I'll never watch this stupid shit again. So, for all you ROH people who probably going to hate on me, well, you tell me when they're actually having a show, and then I'll watch it. I mean, it's like, at least TNA, when they were shitty back in the old days, which they were actually better than what they are now, they didn't have nobody. These guys have people. They're probably better than what TNA was back then, and they can't even put them on a damn program. They don't even do storylines. Because they're all like little tiny trunks going, I'm a wrestler. Watch me flip. Whee! It's retarded. Stupid. Don't like ROH. Stupid. I'd rather watch an independent, probably, than that crap. I bet independents are way freaking entertaining than that crap. What's that? Extreme Rising coming up? I think I saw an advertisement for that. Or I saw Raven did a promo for it. It's probably more exciting than ROH. Yeah, I know Raven's done ROH before. It's probably why he's not in ROH, because he knows they suck. Anyway, off ROH topic. I got off on a rant. But anyway, going back to some more topics in wrestling. So yeah, some people on YouTube, they just need to, review their wrestling programs and not get sidelined, not do stupid shit. And that's what kind of irritates me. But I do like enjoy watching other people. Yeah. So there you go. The Ryback video. If you haven't watched the Ryback video, definitely watch that. Love Ryback to death. And I went into really depth in the Ryback video, so definitely watch that. Just some of the other things is really irritating. Is some of these wrestlers, and you see, it's like our mid card changes like every week. It's like we'll get the Usos one week. They won't be on there for like 2 weeks, and they'll put freaking, I don't know, somebody else on there. I don't even watch SmackDown because it's like, I wish WWE had a mid card, but they really don't. They don't have a lower card. They just have random wrestlers in the middle of the show. It's really irritating. It's just like I just want to throw a pop can sometimes at the TV and go, what the fuck is this shit? All you care about is the goddamn world championship. Fucking retarded. It really irritates me. It's like, oh, good job. Well, you got the tag team division going good. Mm-hmm, yep. You know what the next step is? Let's go. Let's get the show on the road, folks. Now let's get that lower card and mid card going. All right. Yeah. Remember when WWE had a feud for basically every kind of wrestler you had? Man, what are those the days? I don't even care if it was a garbage man and the clown fighting. I don't give a shit if it's the porn star and a Japanese dojo guy having a fight in the lower card. I don't give a shit. I don't care if Stone Cold Steve Austin gets his ass kicked by a freaking woman. At least it's a storyline. I just don't care. Give me a storyline. It's just really bland. And it's like everybody's bland now. It's like, oh, it's Joe Smith versus Bob Jerkoff. Who do you want to win? I don't give a fuck. Tremendous. Yes, he trained in the Heart's Dungeon. But what the fuck else has he done? Is he in a feud now? Fuck no. He's just going to wrestle. Awesome. And I'm supposed to get behind this guy. Yes, I do like Tyson Kidd, but as one reference I could think of, where great wrestler, lower, mid card, could be in either of them. No feud. He had a feud for 2 weeks. And then went 3 weeks. And then no blow off. I don't think there was a blow off. I'm pretty sure there wasn't. Didn't even have a pay-per-view match. Probably should have had a pay-per-view match. I don't even care if it was Albert and Tyson Kidd. Who cares? Give us a goddamn feud. It's ridiculous. Jeez. It's like I don't even think anybody would care if it was like Zack Ryder having a feud with like, oh, I don't know, Heath Slater. Oh yeah, that's right. We tried that. What happened at the end of that feud? Nothing, because it was all on Raw in one pay-per-view, and then you ended it. You know, a feud can last longer than 2 pay-per-views. That's all I'm saying. Especially in the lower card and mid card. You need longer feuds because that's what happens. And you need to draw in more people. Not the fans. I mean, the other wrestlers into the feuds. To start another feud. Oh, God. This is really irritating. It's like some of us who have watched wrestling for so damn long, and you're watching this going, what in the fuck are they doing? It's like, do they even know what the hell wrestling is? Do they know, like, the history? And do they know what they could do with this? It's like, they get it, and they finish it before it's even done. It's like, you ended it now. It's done. Seriously, it's done. I mean, I understood Alberto Del Rio and Jordan. I was about to punch the TV if I seen one more match between them. And I hope to God that they're done with that shit. I really hope they are, because I didn't like it. You know, it's like I'm pissed off that Wade Barrett's back, and I hope to God he gets thrown in a feud with Orton again, because I like that feud, and it got cut short because Orton got injured, and then Barrett got injured, so it's like, kind of sucks. So there you go. I don't know what else to talk about, but I did want to do a short little wrestling rant video. So there you go. TNA, nothing really to rant about. They're doing a pretty good job. Yeah, nothing really to rant about. I'll stop at under 20 minutes. WWE is just really pissing me off. That's just really bad. WWE is actually kind of worse than TNA right now, which is really sad. They're getting better, though. They are really getting better, I think. So, everybody, keep rocking. This is Brad Chadwick, and hopefully when I hit the stop button up here, it will stop the video.